Hey there, it's been a little while. The reason for that is I've just been feeling a bit burnt out on painting and making stuff in general, and especially the social media game of trying to get followers and let people see my stuff. I think my own projects and goals became a source of burnout as soon as I started viewing them as tasks to be completed, and I lost sense of why I started the project in the first place. Not that I will always feel fully enthusiastic about every project that I'm doing, but I think it's good to do things with purpose and intention instead of doing them because some part of my goal-oriented mindset is just nagging me to do them. So in this video, I kind of want to show you what I have been working on, what I have completed, and just a general catch-up. But I am feeling a lot better now. I had some time off, and I really enjoyed myself these last few months. So in this video, I'll just catch you up on what I've been working on. Enough of me making a coffee. Well, where to begin? So the first project I'll probably go over is my Duel of Fates diorama. This project was originally meant to be completed in time for the Phantom Menace re-release in cinemas for the 25th anniversary. As you can see here are the STL files that I 3D printed from Skullforge Studios. Probably my favorite miniature designer for anything Star Wars related. And yeah, this project took a bit of a tumble where the idea was so clear in my head to begin with and what I wanted to do. But as I got further and further along and finished painting the miniatures, the base was something that had stumped me and I'd struggled with for a long time. I eventually just had to bite the bullet and realize for what I wanted in my head, I was going to have to learn how to design it in 3D somehow. So I ended up downloading a software called Shaper 3D. They have a free trial, and I've just been experimenting and learning that on my iPad Pro currently. And that's what I'm gonna attempt to make the display base from. But it's taking a bit of time, and to be honest, I've been procrastinating with it a lot, and it's really put this project behind. But I am pushing through and hopefully gonna get something made. You can see here the beginnings of the design. This is more me playing around in the software, just trying to get a feel for it, but this is what I'm kind of going for, this sort of semicircle display plinth that they will be battling on. I'll still make a video about this whole build and project, but here's a little update of where I'm currently at with it. Here's another project that I've been working on. This is my Obi-Wan Kenobi single miniature that I painted up for the ARC Open painting competition down here in Melbourne. This piece was luckily enough to be judged and awarded a gold medal in the single miniature painting category alongside Dave Colwell and Liam Howe. Sorry Liam if I butchered your name, but it was great to be alongside those fellas and win a gold. But the real award was this moment here.
Got a bigger round of applause for our winner, Andrew Buckley.
There's just something incredibly special about getting to see your friends hit their goals and their awards, especially in like this miniature painting competition. Andy and I have been good friends for a couple of years now, and he's been grinding real hard to just constantly improve and get better and better. So being there in that moment, seeing him get his flowers was such a joy for me. That made the whole weekend event for me. I even got a tattoo to commemorate the event, and I now refer to, it's a little squig eating a goblin, and I now refer that to as the Best in Show Andy piece. So I'll forever have this moment in my memory, which feels really, really good. Well done, Andy. You fucking killed it, you legend. I can't wait to continue to chase these highs with you, brother. Another project that I completed was this anatomical dwarf bust. This is the Stonebeard Veiled Lamp collaboration piece, sculpted by Sebastian Archer of Veiled Lamp. And this was something I needed to do after Crimson. I just needed to be real loose and not focus on perfection and try my hand at something a bit out there and different. And this is the result that I ended up with. There's a tiny little me sitting on a paintbrush there, along with Y carved into it to kind of pose that question to myself and others when making these pieces. Why, in fact. But I loved it. It was a good break free from the norm of painting, and I thoroughly enjoyed working on this piece. This next project was another sort of bucket list one. As you can see here, I have a 3D print of a 1977 Boba Fett figure from the old Kenner line. This was sculpted or scanned by Desert Octopus online. I'm not sure if he actually 3D sculpted this or scanned it, but regardless, it looks really, really good and it fit together quite well. This project was for this one here, where I wanted to design my own custom bootleg figure or custom figure brand, and this was my first attempt at it. I loved the Book of Boba Fett TV show, and Boba Fett is one of my favorite characters in Star Wars, and I collect a lot of his action figures already, and I thought, why not give it a go at making my own? So the brand that I decided to make for my custom figures was called Space Wizard Customs. I think I'm attempting to show you the logo here. Give me a moment to get it in focus. But yeah, so it's a picture of Alec Guinness with a wizard hat on his head from the line where they call Jedi Space Wizards. And then, yeah, I basically took some screenshots from the TV show and was able to use my graphic design skills in order to design my own packaging for the piece. I wanted to capture the scene of when he first came out of the Sarlacc pit, so the vision I had in my mind was to always fill the figure with sand in it from the Great Pit of Carkoon. And yeah, it was just such a fun, joyful experience, this one. It took a lot longer than I thought because I did have to plan and design things a lot more in depth than I normally would. But here you can see the back where I added a little stamp I've made of another Boba Fett figure I've painted, wrote a little blurb, put it in Mandalorian, and then designed some fun little Easter eggs all over the piece as well. Up in the top and bottom corner there is a choking hazard piece which they normally put on toys, but I decided to make a little force choking version with Darth Vader up there. My videography skills are still subpar, as you can see here. This is very out of focus. The other fun little Easter egg that I put was on the front down the bottom here, which is Tumai Morrison on the speeder, and I've wrote next to it like a bantha from the meme that kind of blew up after that episode of the show. So this was my fun little homage and take to the Book of Boba Fett. And oh yeah, underneath his name there in Orbesh, it says Robert Fettuccini. That's just the in-joke with Storm and myself, where we always refer to Boba Fett's full name as Robert Fettuccini. We just thought it was too funny. I don't remember where we heard that first, but we've said it for years now. So that was my other project that I had been working on this last few months. Well, we're now up to date on all of my projects that I've currently done or been working on for the past 4 or 5 months. I will admit I'm a little disappointed with the outcome of some of them, like the Duel of Fates diorama, but failure is a really good teacher, and it's taught me to be a bit easier and kinder to myself, especially with these ridiculous deadlines and expectations I can hold myself to. I remember that I do this for joy, pleasure, leisure, all of it, not just to constantly be challenged and chasing excellence. So, keeping that in mind, I'm excited to get back to working and producing some more work in the coming 12 months. Thank you for watching this video, following me on Instagram, or even subscribing here and leaving a comment. Art is my vessel to showcase the creative life I want to live. So I appreciate anyone for sticking around and watching it. Until next time.